Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a little bit. I am not in my car, which I expected to fully be. Anyway, I do have a bit of an unhelpful helper here. Don't look at me like that. You are definitely an unhelpful helper at times. So anyway, I was gonna film this video for the other channel, and I decided, why am I doing that? I am sure a lot of you guys have similar problems. So my goal today, 1 hour better, clean up my room a little bit, put some things away, make some room to do my Trainest workouts because I need a little bit more mat space. And these trunks back here are sitting on top of about 3 feet of it. So you guys haven't even seen, either channel have not seen my room in this configuration before, because where I'm sitting right now used to be my bed. I will start with that, kind of give you guys a panoramic view, point out a few things that I would like to do, and get busy because I'm running out of daylight and I don't have a whole lot of time either. I was going to do a 1 hour better. I don't even have that much time on this card. So we'll see. I might wind up having to do like you get to see snippets and then some after footage. We'll see. So here we go. Okay, so obviously there is still a walkway into the room, but that was where my bed was, in that corner. Obviously it is now beside me. And then I've got a walkway towards the closet, so sort of a walkway on both sides of the bed, and then a ring of stuff around the room. So there's not quite as big of an open area of floor, but part of that is because of this pile of stuff that keeps kind of accumulating. Now, this corner had been really bad before. I've got a few litter buckets, whatever you want to call them, in that corner now that I'm using for storage. And then that bedside table, I have to move every time I shift my bed over to work out. I would like to do something about that. I'm kind of playing around with some things currently, you know, now a week and a half after this was all filmed. But I am starting off just putting things away because I had somebody had wanted something out of the storage totes under there, so trying to make that's the problem with using litter buckets for storage, is that I've got to check to see what is empty. That one was empty. The one I put back underneath had a bunch of pieces of muslin for like pattern drafting. So that got put back underneath the table thing in that corner. And then, of course, Charlie is there inspecting what I am doing. And you can tell I've got a litter box there, and it does get litter kind of everywhere. But there's only so many places I can tuck litter boxes. Eventually, once we get a normal washer and, well, I'm not getting a dryer, but once I get another washer, I'm hoping that that litter box will go back in the corner where the washing machine is now. So this is dirty clothes. I am behind on laundry again. That seems to be an ever constant state, I guess you could say. Yeah. Another reason I would like a regular washer, because right now washing is definitely my domain. I would like the kids to be able to help with that again. The hoses for the dehumidifier to keep the water heater working again. Yeah, it's a new water heater. Yeah. Anyway, is there an easy way to tell if those storage bags have holes in them or not before you just like go to put something in and it doesn't vacuum? I have various ones that have been laying around that I've emptied or whatever. It would be nice if I could easily tell somehow, because it seems like when I go to use them, inevitably when I'm out of time or don't have any others that are possible, that's when they're not functional. But at the same time, I don't want to just toss them because they've been used before. So these were from my attempt at scrapbooking. I had been sort of collecting things to make scrapbook pages. I am not a scrapbook person. I liked grandmother's scrapbooks where it was like a plain page with photos tucked in. I think that was my youngest's first Halloween, maybe. All right, y'all. I am going to shut this off here. I've got less than 15 minutes left on this card. So I am going to go ahead and continue. I'll give you guys one last look at the area I work out in as it is. You can see the mat over there underneath. It goes out to right there. And the goal is to slide it so it fills all that area as well. And then I'll be able to use that space. And I'm trying to figure out if I can get this back a little bit further. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit after I finish sorting and decluttering this stack here. Okay, so I would like to point out that this is about a 3-foot walkway between the bed and the doorway, but when I work out, I actually push the bed over towards the other wall, and so I actually have about 4 to 5 feet, because it's basically that table gets pushed over towards the desk, and then that space you can see right there where Little Bit was looking around, that is all filled with bed when I'm working out. So you can tell it gets wider. I would like to get the fabric stash there at the foot of the bed down to 3 totes. But so then I just shift the bed over and I work in this space, which is now at least 6 feet long. It might actually be closer to 7 or 8. I'm not sure. It's basically just one of those big mat things that people get for like under treadmills and things to protect the flooring. And it's 1/2 or 3/4 inch thick. And then I just have that rug over top of it because Charlie likes to chew on mats. And the goal is for him to not completely shred the mat. And I do have this blank wall space. These are called YTWs, and basically this is a constant problem because Charlie has claimed this section of floor, so he does not like sharing. But he will allow me sometimes to just work out around him. The thing behind me is the heater, which is why he likes that floor spot, because he's basically right next to a warm, cuddly heater. I mean, the heater is not cuddly, but it's cozy there. Yeah, so I basically go through and it will attach to my watch so I can control like going to the next section. I forgot to move my camera. You can tell I'm not used to this style of video. Anyway, this is more YTWs. And I basically, in each of the workouts, there's a warm-up, and then there's usually 3 or 4 sets of whatever the main exercises are. And then, I don't know if you'd call it a cool down or like stretching at the end. And then you get a rating scale for how difficult the workout was, and a section to put notes in so that your trainer can know how it was, things you're having problems with, and that kind of thing. Which is nice, because that's like where I am asking questions about, I'm having this problem, or this shoulder's doing that kind of thing. Is this still safe to do, or how can I modify this exercise? So I really love that sort of check-in portion after every workout. I'm not really sure what the point of this exercise is. I feel like a chicken. I really do feel like a chicken with that. It's called hip hinges. I'm not sure if that's just I don't have that mobility issue. It makes me laugh because I feel like I'm pecking at the ground. And part of me just wants to like bend all the way over and just kind of hang, or, I don't know. Now, one of the things I've had issues with is, I want to say it's an angel stretch or wall angels. I'm not sure the exact, I'm not sure of the exact name of it, but one thing I did find was an EDS friendly alternative is to do it laying down. So obviously each one finishes with stretches or cool down, and that's probably good because otherwise I would probably skip them. Next week, I'm going to focus on showing you guys the nutrition side of the app.